It is depressing for me to ask you this because next time I ask you a similar question, although you'll probably give a similar answer, it'll be about an entirely different series and genre, and The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I'm not.
Next
I don't even
time
have to.
I will come to this house when it's your pick, and I will be happy.
You just robbed me of the opportunity to even ask. So you haven't seen it?
No.
Okay, well, let's watch it.
Okay. Did thing.
I'm proud of you.
Stuck it out. I'm a champ.
Not only is this the
do.
end of the Conjuring universe for you, you have now officially watched your first horror franchise.
Yeah, I feel like somebody needs to drape the Canadian flag over my shoulder, and I'll raise my hand up and yell, Adrian! I don't know.
Like Rocky?
I don't know an Adrian.
Was that a Rocky?
That was a Rocky
Okay.
reference. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know an Adrian, but
yeah,
that's what he said. So you got to say what he said. I can't say my wife's name because that'd be weird.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that's not the rule that you also follow in the bedroom.
Well, I mean, only when I'm quoting movie lines.
Oh, okay. That's one of your moves? Come with me if you want to live. Wait for it. Get the double meaning there?
Yeah, okay. I got it.
All right. Too much. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast.
Apparently we're the B team.
Apparently we're the rated R team. Hello.
It's been a while.
I missed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good to be back.
Yeah.
In the saddle again.
It's good to have you back. Now, it's going to be weird for the listener because this is coming out so we recorded the Glass review a couple weeks ago.
Just before I went on vacation.
Yeah, but I've held on to that.
Yeah.
So it hasn't been
released. We were able to
yet.
build up a bit of a library of unreleased
Well,
stuff.
because I think mentally my thought was if you died on vacation.
I almost spit take there. I didn't drink you.
Then that Glass episode would be just for me. So but now that you're back,
oh my goodness.
I can start releasing again.
We're good to go.
We're good to go. You had a good vacation?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was cottaging at my family cabin, cottaging at
my
wife's family cabin. Yeah.
I get a bone of contention.
What?
Well, so 2 years ago, I don't know, whenever, a couple years ago, it would have been maybe only 2 years ago because it would have been post COVID. When I was living super far away, one time with 2 days notice, you're like, hey, you want to come to the cottage for a week? And I was like, yes, but
no,
but I can't this,
shot in the dark.
Yeah, and it would have just been, and then I moved back and summer came and went, and I've never been to, and I won't disclose the but the locale, the area.
Never been to the camp.
The island.
My in-laws' camp.
Yeah, I've never been to the island. So
at all, the island as a whole. Oh,
yeah, I've never been to the island. So,
well, maybe we'll make that happen.
Yeah, well,
the camp's closing up in a couple weeks.
Yeah, well,
won't be this year.
That's great. That's great. So, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It.
Did he? He made me do it.
Yeah.
The devil being you.
No. Ow. Wow.
Making me watch this horrible franchise.
It's dark. Listen, a horrible franchise, your words, that you had more fun with than you were expecting.
I would say the Conjuring film specifically, yes. The other ones, not so
Which
much.
is what I always said.
Yeah.
I always said those were... That was the meat and potatoes.
That was your disclaimer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shall we do initial impressions?
Your movie, you go first.
I think that this is very possibly the least scary film in the entire franchise. Just in terms of like, there's some jump scares that work. There's some moments that I think are supposed to be scary that aren't executed perfectly well. However, I think that I also like there also feels like there's fewer times where scaring me feels like what the film is trying to do. Like I don't necessarily think that's like they're a horror film, they're still trying to be scary. But
right.
But I think maybe there's some times where they're more focused or more they have their sights more set on being interesting. And so what I will say is I think it's possibly the least scariest film in the franchise, but in terms of the complexity of the story and the places we get to go and the connections that are drawn between things and some of the reveals that happen, it might be the most interesting one. It might be the sort of the funnest ride to go on. So a bit of a trade-off there, but I still really like it. I have not decided, and I need to decide before the end of this review, where it ranks for me. I think this is maybe only my second time seeing this one.
Okay.
So I wasn't as well versed in it going into watching it. And so I have some thinking to do, and like us talking it out will help me arrive at that conclusion. But what did you think?
Yeah. Kind of along the same lines. It's definitely not as scary. I don't know. I'm almost trying to just figure out if it's like, where you get kind of what you were saying, like, where does it fall in terms of how good it was as a story? And it really kind of subverts expectations because it's not super scary,
Right?
Because it's more of not a mystery, but like a what's the word I'm looking for?
A little bit of a whodunit.
A little bit of a whodunit. A little bit, yeah. There's maybe mystery is the word I'm looking for. The genre I'm looking for. Yeah, because like we find out fairly early. Like they find the witch totem fairly early.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Oh yeah. By the way, we're gonna spoil this movie.
I don't think we ever say that ever. But
Not frequently.
I mean, for this series, I think it's a given. For what who have you seen it?
Right.
Yeah, because we find the witch totem like before the end of the first act, I would say it's kind of like a witch hunt.
Yeah.
for lack of a better term. Legitimately.
Sort of.
It's legitimately a witch hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so it doesn't, they don't really do a lot of like jump scares and spookiness and like, yeah. No,
there's like some upsetting stuff, like with the stuff in the morgue is like,
fat zombies, the witch kind of teleporting or projecting an image and cutting her dad's throat.
Yeah, whichever it is.
But none of it's really scary.
No,
or jump scary.
No,
the biggest jump scares are within the first 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
I will say it's one of the, like, out of the Conjuring films, out of the three titular films in the franchise, it is the creepiest opening.
Yeah.
right? So the first Conjuring just kind of introduces you to the concept of the Annabelle doll. The second one is kind of just them investigating the Amityville house.
Yeah, I think it's probably is disturbing for the same reason the first Annabelle film is disturbing. Like seeing something happen to a child,
an 8-year-old. It's it adds this, and they really have, because the kid's possessed and they're doing an exorcism on him.
He's contorting and twisting and
yes, the contortion, the like going from laying down to almost like standing straight up, and then jumping on top of Ed and doing this like I'm gonna rip your heart out, old man. Yeah. Okay, cool. Now what?
It's your movie.
I don't. It's been a while since we've done this. Okay, so let's talk about one of the things that we've talked about in the past with these films has been some at times janky CGI.
Right. Okay.
The Crooked Man kind of didn't.
The nun
really,
a little bit.
Yeah. I don't notice a single something this film did well is you don't see the demon.
No, you see some fingers, but I think a lot of the hands or appendages
could be the witch.
Are more the witch than
than
a demon. I think the closest we come to seeing the demon would be when the kid's getting dragged down the stairs and there's claw marks. And
is it ever a demon?
Yeah. She's like calling a demon from hell,
right,
and controlling it.
But the demon takes a real backseat in this, because it ends up being all about the witchcraft.
I would say outside of like the clawing at the very beginning, when they're taking the kid down the stairs, the only other part where the demon that's very demony is right at the end when the witch bites it.
Yeah,
is because there's kind of like the
demon
witch
comes for it,
in the form of the witch.
Yeah,
so the demon's taking human form and then open up the mouth. And
but so I think this film does a really good job of not having any of those. It doesn't take anything too far. It doesn't show too much of its hand.
In terms of the need for like CGIing a demonic being. Yeah.
Well, and it just doesn't. It never shows us the Wampa. To use a Star Wars, it allows us to just fear the unseen, as opposed to, all right, this is what we're dealing with, right? Mm-hmm. Isn't it scary looking? So that's something I really appreciate about this. I also just think it's just really layered in the sense that, you have the reveal that the priest's daughter, that this he's not a great priest.
Apparently he's not a great father.
He's not a great father, not a great priest, but that it's his daughter sort of pulling the strings and doing this.
Yeah.
And then really right up until, like, the movie keeps you guessing. Because even once it's revealed that it is the priest's daughter, and he shows Lorraine where the tunnel is, I wasn't positive, because I didn't fully remember the movie, I wasn't positive until he got the gun out and laid it down on the desk, whether or not...
Where his allegiance lies.
Yeah, whether or not he was a part of it.
Right.
And it turns out...
He wasn't.
He is just a real screw-up of a dad.
He wasn't actively participant in it, but he was actively not helping.
He was turning a blind eye.
Yeah.
To what was going on.
Yeah, actively. Like,
yeah.
Ed and Lorraine Lorraine accused him in his last moments, like, you knew and you did nothing.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what he did.
And despite this film not being scary, I think they really upped the stakes for this film. You have a kid that's facing the death penalty.
Yeah.
You have a personal attack on the Warrens.
Yeah.
Right? They're no longer just helping. They have really gotten dragged into it.
Yeah, they're twisted and tangled up into this mess.
Ed's dealing with
Personally.
severe heart attack recovery, which is, I would think after all the films that we've seen them in, and they are very likable characters. It sucks. It sucks to see. You're
especially
like,
when
oh,
we've
man.
seen him so handy and capable in the last several
and just
films.
like the biggest heart in the world,
Yeah.
right? So to see that, like, I think the stakes of this film feel really big, because at first, it's just, well, we're gonna do this because we're good people and we don't want this kid to get executed. But then in the process of doing that, they are also now they have to see this through, because otherwise it's going to come for them.
They're cursed.
They're cursed now.
Yeah.
What are some things about the film that worked for you, and what are some things that that didn't?
I liked the sort of mystery. That's the word I was looking for earlier. It's more of a mystery than it is a detective sort of.
Yeah, but mystery is also the word you said 2 times previously.
Was it? Damn it.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is what happens when I take 2 weeks off.
I know. You
I
come
get
back, you get a little bit
brain.
of fog.
Yeah.
You're an islander now.
Yeah, well, what are you going to do? Vacation's great. Yeah, so I liked the mystery aspect of it. Part of me wishes that the mystery of it being a witch lasted a little bit longer.
Sure. That's revealed pretty early on.
Yeah. I liked, like, before they find the first totem, it was, like, they test the boy in jail.
Yeah.
He's reading scripture. He's got crosses in front of him.
He doesn't appear to be possessed.
He's not possessed. They're very confident. And at that moment, I'm like,
what is going on?
What is going on? And that mystery was alluring.
Yeah.
And then they immediately find, they let's go back to the beginning, and they do some research. And then, like, within 10 minutes after that, they've found the totem, and it's like, oh. It's
right.
It's
okay.
witchery.
It's witches again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's find out who the witch is. And the witch, finding out who the witch mystery was fun, but it wasn't as alluring as what is
going on. Right.
That was really interesting, that kind of uncovering of that. And I don't know, I guess maybe they're just telling the true story, and they're just really good at sussing out and sleuthing that kind of world, and we're able to find it really early in real life. So that's the way the story told, or maybe they changed it for the film and thought that this worked narratively better, which I would disagree with.
Right.
I don't know how you change it, but I like that mystery aspect.
Okay.
And I like that it wasn't as spooky. That was nice.
I like that it wasn't scary. I like that it fails as a horror film.
It is a failure as a horror film. I loved it.
Was there anything you didn't like? Like you already kind of said, you didn't like that was sort of an answer for both, because you didn't like how quickly it was revealed.
Yeah, the overall story, what I didn't feel was as captivating. Especially once it was revealed to be a curse and stuff, and it's like, and I think that's kind of it felt like a bait and switch.
Right.
Right? Like, I'm expecting a demon, the nun kind of thing. And that's not what I got. There was.
Well, and I wonder if something that the film is missing, like one of the things that is so good about Ed and Lorraine is not just Ed and Lorraine themselves, but it's how Ed and Lorraine interacts with a family in need.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And they are, there is people in need. There's Arnie's girlfriend, and yes, you see interactions with them, more so with the girlfriend because the Arnie is locked up. But you don't get near as much, right?
Yeah.
You don't get that one-on-one.
You don't get
let's
Lorraine,
make breakfast together.
You don't get Lorraine kind of doing kind of we'll call it spiritual first aid to the family, making them feel happy and normal, and you don't get
Ed doing emotional first aid,
doing physical, just doing like physical repairs to property.
Yeah.
So that's a very strong point. That I wonder how that would have elevated the film if they could have incorporated that somehow. But with the kind of primary victim being a younger couple that don't own a home, and one of them being isolated in jail, I see that trying to draw that into the story. I see it'd be pretty hard.
Yeah, and I mean there was already a few weird moments where so there's sort of the climactic scene on the prison side where Arnie's there and the priest is there and the girlfriend's there and they're doing whatever, and I'm like
trying to protect him,
and I'm thinking to myself, okay, the priest maybe, but like hell the girlfriend's there, just like in the sleeping quarters or in the infirmary or whatever that
How did he get in?
was.
How did she get in?
Yeah, there's no way she'd be standing, like, unless things were just super relaxed in the 90s or 80s.
It's not a supermax prison. What's the lower? It's a
just minimum
security prison. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The real life. So at the end, when they kind of give the real life kind of, this is what happened to these people. He only got 5 years for manslaughter. That's not a lot. It's wild. I wonder if and they didn't give a lot of description about that in the film. But
no.
So I wonder if there was some leniency given by I don't think juries hand down the jury just says kind of guilty, not guilty, and then the judge kind of hands out the judgment, the penalty, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, and
so I wonder if the judge was kind of lenient in.
Yeah. So but here's the thing.
Or if the jury kind of gave recommendation to the
judge. But the jury would still have to. So typically the jury decides whether you're guilty or not guilty and what you're guilty or not guilty of.
Yeah.
And then they will also make recommendation on sentencing, or can, in some cases, I guess, make recommendation on sentencing to the judge. But then ultimately it's the sentencing judge that, but here's the thing, though. Arnie didn't get off scot-free.
No. He served 5 years.
But served 5 years for manslaughter, not murder, which is huge, because it means that typically manslaughter is, or particularly involuntary manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter is this person died, it was an accident, I didn't mean to. Manslaughter
is homicide without malice aforethought. Murder is homicide with malice aforethought.
Yeah, and so it's enough of the story made the jury
believe that he didn't want to
that he didn't want to do it.
Didn't intend to.
Yeah. And so it was still a bit of a victory.
Yeah.
Oh, they saved his life.
There's some good acting in this. we don't see a lot of the
attorney moment.
But like they're the Drew, Ed and Lorraine are.
Well, it's not
are
just great acting; it's wonderful editing.
Yeah.
They showed just what they needed to show.
Like they're like, hey, you gotta make him plead possession. Possession's never been pleaded before.
Yeah, she's like,
it's done in England. Yeah, but
how are you going to get a jury to believe this if you can't even get me to believe this?
Come over for dinner. We'll show you around our house.
Yeah, we'll introduce you to Annabelle. And then
do they open the case?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
And then if you believe us, then great.
And then
if
like
not,
the next scene,
you'll never hear from us again.
The
The very next
she
shot,
looks so shook.
yeah, the very next shot is her sitting in court, ready for Arnie to plead.
Yeah.
And
she looks like she's seen demons.
like, yeah, she was like
I saw
she
a demon this morning.
hasn't slept in the last couple of days. Yeah. It's so perfectly
Ed and
done.
Lorraine purposefully let me get possessed.
Yeah, it was so perfectly done. So let's quickly go through the story here. Here it is. In 1981, demonologists Ed and Lorraine Warren document the exorcism of 8-year-old David Glatzel, attended by his family, his older sister Debbie, her boyfriend Arnie Johnson, and Father Gordon in Brookfield, Connecticut. In an attempt to save, and stop me,
Sure.
whenever you got something to say. In an attempt to save the little boy, Arnie invites the demon to enter his body instead of David's. Ed witnesses the demon enter Arnie just as the demon causes him to suffer a heart attack. And so, yeah, that's like
convenient.
Well, and it all kind of like none of that felt like a stretch because it was like Ed is the only one that's seen it, and Ed's been incapacitated. So there is time for Arnie to commit this murder.
Yeah.
Oh,
there was the other
and that guy, the Bruno guy. So, okay, here's the thing. No one deserves to be murdered except Bruno.
Bruno was a dick.
Bruno
he wasn't a
lot.
dick. He was just a drunk.
He was a lot.
He was a drunken moron.
Yeah.
It was probably a harmless drunken moron, but he was a drunken moron.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to share with the audience a comment I made around this point in the film. I looked at you and I was like, oh man, what's the
cool story, bro.
Taking demons out of people.
Exorcism. Yeah.
Exorcism 101 class at Catholic school should include wearing a helmet.
Yeah, because everyone during that exorcism like takes a head wound
something
or like
to the head.
And David, like the little 8-year-old boy that we like, takes a piece of the mirror.
Yeah.
And like really stabs his dad in the knee, like deep in the knee. So
potentially hitting arteries.
So goalie pads.
Yeah.
Football helmets.
Yeah. Stab resistant clothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely some sort of headgear.
Yeah. All water beds should be filled with holy water.
Yeah.
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 That's the things you learn.
Yeah.
The following month, Ed wakes up in the hospital and reveals that he witnessed the demon enter Arnie. After hallucinating a demon entity attacking him, Arnie murders his landlord by stabbing him 22 times. With the support of the Warrens, his case becomes the first American murder trial where demonic possession is claimed as a defense. The Warrens discover a witch's totem in the Glatzel home through which a satanic curse is passed. Kastner, a former priest who had studied the disciples of the Ram cult, tells them that the occultist had intentionally left the totem, resulting in a curse on the Glatzels and David's possession. and I think the Ram cult might be made up, but is the same cult that from the Annabelle films. So it's sort of a tie-in, right? When the
Sure.
kids show up, she murders her adoptive parents, and they're part of that cult. That's the disciples of the Ram. When the Warrens received notice that detectives from Danvers, Massachusetts, you can't say it either. No, you can't say it either.
It's Massachusetts.
No, it's not.
Sure it is.
No, you said it wrong during the film.
Things like Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. It's from Danvers, MA, found a similar totem in the death of Katie Lincoln, who was also stabbed 22 times. They travel there. The totem was found at the home of Katie's friend Jessica, who is missing. Lorraine learns through a vision that Jessica had murdered Katie while possessed before jumping to her death, which allows detectives to recover her body. She also witnesses the occultist attempting to make Arnie kill himself, but stops her, causing the occultist to become aware of the Warrens' possession.
That was a wild scene.
Well, so that's what's happening there is two different scenes, because it is, the scene in the woods where she's figuring all this stuff out.
I'm talking about like when
at the morgue.
She has this kind of spiritual connection.
Yeah, where she's in the morgue holding the hand of the, that was a great scene.
Yeah.
But even the one in the woods was like, this was a type of connection we've not seen Lorraine do before. Prolonged?
Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure in Conjuring 2 we've seen her kind of do that kind of thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, Conjuring 2, it started out like she was like walking, pretending to be the guy with the shotgun. Or not the shotgun, the lever action.
Right. Right. A book of Stragheran witchcraft states that for the curse to be lifted, the occultist's altar must be destroyed. Ed is affected by the curse when a totem is discovered in the Warrens' house. He almost stabs Lorraine, but is stopped by their assistant, Drew. Kastner reveals that the occultist is in fact his daughter, Ilsa. He had secretly raised her in violation of the requirement of clerical celibacy in the Catholic Church. As he researched the occult, Ilsa grew fascinated by it and became an occultist. He leads Lorraine into the tunnels underneath the house where her altar is, but Ilsa kills her father, then curses Ed and Arnie, causing Ed to try to kill Lorraine and Arnie to try to kill himself. Ed regains his senses when Lorraine reminds him of their love and destroys the altar, saving Arnie as well. Ilsa is killed by the demon she summoned after failing to complete the curse. Yeah. It's kind of like a loan shark shows up and breaks your legs.
Yeah.
Ed places
your back and your wrists.
Ed places the cup from the altar in the Warrens' artifact room, along with the Valak painting and the Annabelle doll. Arnie is convicted of manslaughter and serves a sentence of 5 years.
We didn't see the Annabelle doll, did we?
Marrying Debbie while in prison. No, we didn't, but we did see the Valak painting.
Yeah. I thought they would have, thinking about it now, I thought it would have been a fun thing to just kind of pan the room.
Oh, we've seen it a lot, though.
I know, but I don't know. It just seems like a, fun call. Let's see what's in the room.
I did also want to tell you about some of the other things in the universe. So, the future.
The future? The universe
there's a film coming out next year.
Right. Okay.
In September called The Conjuring Last Rites. In October 2022, a sequel to The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, was revealed to be in development. David Leslie Johnson McGodrick would write the script, while James Wan and Peter Safran would return as producers. Wan later confirmed that Wilson and Farmiga, who play Ed and Lorraine, would reprise their respective roles. In April 2023, during CinemaCon, the film's title was revealed. In September 2023, Michael Chaves stated that work on the script was continuing, stating that the project was intended to be seen as a finale of the stories in the franchise that had come before.
Somebody's going to die.
So it's the one last,
Ed's going to die. He's going to kick the bucket.
There are two related films that already exist. There's a 2016 film called Wolves at the Door. Although the film is not an installment in the Conjuring universe, it stars Eric Landon, who reprises his role as Detective Clarkin from the 2014 film Annabelle, and is loosely based on the Manson family murders.
I don't know. I don't remember who that is.
Yeah, me neither. Who? Charles Manson?
No. The detective.
There's also a film called The Curse of La Llorona.
Oh, yes. La Llorona.
Which I was considering including, but we didn't. Although the film is not an installment in the Conjuring universe, it stars Tony Amendola, who reprises his role from Annabelle as Father Paris. The character gives direction to the family being tormented by the titular spirit and relates the haunting to his experiences with the demonic entity attached to the doll. So it's not really an installment in the film, but there's a carryover, or in the franchise, but there's a carryover character, and he references the Annabelle doll.
Right.
Other stuff. There was a canceled spin-off film called The Crooked Man.
Oh, well, that doesn't make any sense. The Crooked Man was the nun.
I'm just telling you. Maybe that's why they canceled it.
We can't do that. We already did it. It's called The Nun.
And also, in April 2023, an untitled television series in the franchise was announced to be in development. The show would take place chronologically after the events of the films, with James Wan and Peter Safran serving as executive producers. The project was set to be a joint venture production between New Line Television, Warner Brothers Television Studios, Atomic Monster, the Safran Company, and Max Originals, and was being developed for release via streaming exclusively on Warner Brothers Discovery Max. I don't know if it was canceled or not.
Then they realized, oh man, we already did this. It stars two brothers who drive around in a car.
Carry on my wayward son. Yeah, but you want to talk about shows that ran for 15 years longer than they should have. Yeah. Did you ever finish it? Did you watch it all? No, me neither.
No, I didn't.
Me neither.
I don't think I'll ever go back.
Yeah. Brienne and I are planning it.
Are you?
Yeah.
All power to you.
You could quit your job and we could just do a supernatural. We could be like, we're going to review the whole. We got a 5-year plan.
For a second there, I thought you were going to be like, we could quit your job and we could go on the road and hunt demons and vampires
we could get fake IDs,
live in hotels,
stolen credit cards. Actually, they weren't stolen. They were just like, he would apply for the credit card. They would give it to him under a fake name.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Lots of fraud.
Lots of fraud. All the fraud. Is there any part of you that is,
You know what?
That in 2 weeks you're not going to see Ed and Lorraine?
No.
No?
I'll be good.
Okay.
I'll live.
Are you excited though for what I've got coming?
Yes,
next?
I'm very intrigued and curious. Yeah.
I will tell you that I'll give you a hint.
Oh.
Well, it's not really a hint because I don't think you'll figure it out.
Sure. Well, it's still a hint.
But it is...
It's a bad hint.
It is a film franchise. There's 2 films in it. There's not a franchise. It's a movie and a sequel. Ghostbusters has 4 films in it.
Does it?
Now. Yeah.
Does it?
Afterlife counts.
Yeah, okay.
Frozen Empire was garbage. And the Ghostbusters Answer the Call, although Like, it's just unrelated. It's a separate continuity. Anyways.
Rabbit hole.
It's a comedy.
Yeah. You've mentioned that before.
Has two main characters in it.
Was it Blazing Saddles?
One of those characters, my cat that died 5 years ago,
I don't know your cat.
was named after.
Even if I knew the cat, I wouldn't remember.
That's fine.
It's a name.
That's fine.
I don't remember names.
That's fine.
Who are you?
That's what I'm banking on, is that this won't lead you to figuring it out.
These are horrible breadcrumbs. How am I ever supposed to find my
No, but hang on. Here's
the
thing. Here's the thing, though. My cat that died 5 years ago was named after one of the main characters.
Okay.
The other main character of that film, one of my current cats is named after. So for there to be two characters that this film is about, and for me to have named two pets based on these films, that should tell you that.
I don't know.
No. It's not going to tell you. It's not going to tell you what the film is, but it should tell you that, like,
it's important.
It's important. It's it's
not
important
Monty
to the
Python.
It's important to the zeitgeist of the world.
Yeah. Seen Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
John and Max, I think, were those characters. John Gustafson and Max Goldman.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Gosh,
Yeah.
I got to rewatch Grumpy Old Men.
Yeah.
Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau.
Good combo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could just become.
My series is done too.
We could just become the Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau men.
We could. They were the A team, though.
They were the A team?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We're the B team.
Oh. So
We're
what the hell is
as
Pete and I?
I don't know. You guys got to figure that out.
Oh. That's fair. Okay, you ready to rank this in?
Yeah, sure.
So I'll go first.
You go first.
Because this is my thing.
You're Mooey. You go first.
I'm going to give it... So I gave the first Conjuring film an 8.
Mm-hmm.
I gave Conjuring 2 a 9. I'm going to give this also an 8. I think it's significantly less scary than the first Conjuring. But I think it does a lot of things. Like I think I'm scoring it the same as the first Conjuring for vastly different reasons. I think it does things that are in some ways more interesting. It's got some stuff that the first Conjuring's missing, and it does. There's a lot of things that it does that's not as good as the first Conjuring. So they kind of balance each other out. Yeah. What say you?
I say 7. It's good. It's not what you expect sitting down to watch something that's called The Conjuring if you've watched the other two.
Right.
So there's kind of some I use the term vacation brain right now. I said it did this earlier in the film. Anyway, yeah, it whatever. Moving on. It doesn't sell. It doesn't produce what it says it's going to sell you. It sells you something. It's a bill of goods, and I got bananas instead of apples.
Are you having an aneurysm?
I'm trying to be clever with my words.
Okay, so here's the official weigh-in.
Hang on. It is, but even though it's not scary and it isn't what it kind of says it is, the mystery is fun. and it was an enjoyable story overall.
You ready for the weigh-in?
Yeah. What are we weighing in on?
Well, because last time we talked about how you and I were tied. Don't peek.
Well, you peaked.
Well, I put the thing
The
in.
audience doesn't know. This is for the audience.
Okay. Your overall score for the films... No, my overall score for the films that you've made me watch is 6.1.
Mm-hmm.
Your overall score for the films that I made you watch last time was 6.1, but it was an unfair 6.1, or not an accurate one, because you had made me you had made me watch one more than I'd made you watch.
Yeah.
Your score is now 6.2.
Yeah. You got a 0.1 lead.
Yeah.
It's fun that this has become a bit of a competition.
And it's well, but just as it is fun as long as it never influences how we,
the overall average, like the combined average, I'm still edging you out
by 0.02.
Yeah,
or by 0.2.
Yeah, you got 6.5 as an overall average score on yours.
Yes,
I have 6.7.
We enjoy your films 2% more than we enjoy mine.
Yeah.
Is that a victory for you?
I don't know. As much as it's a victory for you to have a 0.1.
So what is
lead.
It's interesting to look at the numbers though, because you have ranked some of mine 3.5, 4. I've ranked some of yours 4. I've ranked 2 of yours 4.
Yeah.
And so we equally.
We have shown each other trash.
Yes.
I didn't think you would rate Split as low as you did.
7?
No, you gave Split, or sorry, not Split, Glass. Glass you gave a 4.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd rate it that low.
I think
all
Glass,
the ones I rated low, you're like, this isn't the strongest showing.
I think Glass but you also only gave Glass a 6.5. You didn't give it a screaming review.
No, but I still enjoyed it.
I think had I watched Glass in a vacuum, I would have given it a higher score.
Like take Split out of the equation.
Yeah.
And
like if Glass had been
Unbreakable Glass.
If Glass had been the follow-up to Unbreakable, it would have gotten a higher score. But Glass being the follow-up to Split really hurt it.
I wonder if we're creating a M. Night Shyamalan Unbreakable Universe chainsaw order here. You watch Unbreakable, then you watch Glass, and then you go back and watch Split to learn a little bit more about the beast.
You lose all of the... Then Split... Then the things that I didn't like about Split become worse.
Do you think so?
Yeah, because then you lose all reveals. Right? Everything's spoiled for you.
Right.
Yeah. No.
There wasn't really much of a twist in Split to begin with.
Well, the fact that the beast is real. Well, we gay. We gotta stop spoiling other films
it's not our fault.
It's my fault. It's
not our fault. They should have listened to the show or watched the film.
You've been on vacation for 2 weeks, but did you watch anything while you were away?
No, really. No. I mean, I've been home for a week. Like we got home last Thursday, late in the night.
Oh, really? I thought you were gone for the long weekend.
No,
as well.
my wife took one day off in June to do this thing with my in-laws,
right?
Kind of like a girls' day thing at the Scandinavian spa. So we had to cut our vacation one day short, which meant she had to work Friday last week.
Oh,
so like
balls.
We had a week off, and then we had the next week. We came home Thursday. She worked Friday. We had a long weekend.
Man,
it was bad.
That sucks.
She did not enjoy it.
No, that sucks.
It was brutal.
So you didn't watch anything?
So I did end up
after you got home.
We ended up over the long weekend. We did end up watching a family movie night, and we rewatched a family movie that we had once picked already, but
okay.
Which normally is a rule that we don't watch films.
Yeah.
But that rule has kind of taken a back seat because our middle child, who is 3, is starting to really enjoy watching films with us.
Right. And when the 3-year-old says,
like watching
Human Centipede, it's hard to tell him no.
Or what, like Pete's Dragon. We watched Pete's Dragon a few weeks back. We watched the Cars series with him.
Right. Because you hate him.
Well, he's a 3-year-old boy. He likes cars.
Right. Okay. Sentient cars.
Yeah. So my daughter ended up picking Phineas and Ferb, Candace Against the Universe.
There's a movie?
Oh, there's so many Phineas and Ferb movies.
Oh, really?
It's ridiculous. Okay. Like hour and a half plus movies.
Yeah.
And they're fun.
See,
they're all really fun. The Star Wars one is great.
Phineas and Ferb is one of those things where, because it's old now, like it's been out for a long time, and our mutual friend, your boss,
his kids loved it.
And so did he.
Yeah.
Right. Like
it's a fun show.
The family got into it.
Yeah. I've watched some episodes,
and so I've heard him sing the praises of Phineas and Ferb for years now. I was just I was just a little too old.
Yeah.
When it came out. And there were some things like that I still sort of got sucked into because I had 2 younger sisters.
Right.
And so if it was something that they got into, then I also kind of, sort of got, was like, oh, I'm too old to, but secretly I thought it was cool. Neither of them were into Phineas and Ferb. And so I just missed that train entirely.
It's a good show.
I've heard that.
And...
but now in my 30s, I'm not going to go back by myself. And
what I'm getting to is like, my daughter watches a lot of crap on Netflix and Disney, and
she's your daughter.
Well, no, it's like Nickelodeon live action garbage, and it's stuff like I watch 10 or 15 minutes of it. I'm like, you're not allowed to watch this anymore.
Oh, really?
Because, and my reasoning's not because it's just
like what? Give me a
garbage
show.
TV. I don't know the names of them. My reasoning's not because they're garbage TV. My reasoning's more because of
Power Trip.
the way adults are portrayed. They're stupid. They're not given any respect or treated with any respect. And the characters. It's nothing like when I was a kid, and I've got like 7 or 8 years
Rugrats?
on you. Rugrats, the parents are still a little bit,
Tommy's dad.
I never watched. You never watched Rugrats? I've never watched Rugrats, okay. So I don't know. But like, I would, and when it's a cartoon, I would say I'm a little more lenient in that respect.
Oh, these aren't.
This is live action stuff, like Nickelodeon live action.
Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle, the parents are still given respect. Also, Malcolm in the Middle is not strictly for children. It's the target audience is families and adults. It's not children specifically.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
I would say like Boy Meets World is an equivalent audience to what these shows are. Like Boy Meets World was for teenagers and preteens.
Well, and that's what grew up with the show.
And that's what these Nickelodeon shows are.
Right.
Right? They're for teenagers and preteens.
But like to counterpoint that, in Boy Meets World, the parents, like adults in that show, were not dumb.
They're not dumb.
Feeney
They're
was
treated with respect.
Yeah.
In terms, when I say treated with respect, I'm not just saying the teenagers or young adults in the show are treating them with respect. I'm saying they're written respectfully.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
And it's just, it bothers me. It's like, because when it comes to all forms of media, I'm a strong believer that we kind of end up emulating what we consume to a degree.
Right.
And I'm not having that.
Right. Okay.
So it bothers me. Anyway, when she watches that, I think it's great. Like, because it's a good show. She's watched some really like just garbage animated stuff too, and it's just like it's garbage because it's just poorly written, poorly animated, and it feels sloppy when I watch it. And I try to get her, like, she got really hooked onto Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I was just like, thank God. She got really hooked on Voltron. They remade Voltron on Netflix, and that was really cool. She got hooked on that. Oh man, that was so. When she watches Phineas and Ferb, it's like, this is fun.
Right.
Watch as much of this as you want.
You're okay with dumb parents if it's a cartoon.
I'm more lenient with it. Yeah,
like Simpsons.
Yeah.
Right.
But
I mean, Marge is not dumb.
No.
She's a pushover.
No.
From time to time.
Yeah. But there is also like in the Simpsons is, again, like, children isn't really the main target audience, right?
No. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So what'd you watch? Phineas and Ferb. Yeah, okay.
Candace Against the Universe, fun film. And today I worked a half day because I worked also in the evening. So when I work in the evening, I only work a half day, and then I work the other half in the evening. And so I was home all afternoon, and I folded a ton of laundry. And when I fold laundry, I watch One Piece.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm on like episode 780 something.
That's embarrassing.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you watch?
I find it, this is
You're just going to completely sidestep my question.
This is going to sound, well, no, this is just me commenting on your stuff. And this is going to sound like a jab. And
it is.
That's how I mean it. I love the irony of you judging the garbage that your children watch in a house that celebrates Firefly. Like that's you know. Carl's flipping me off right now.
Firefly is amazing, and you need to show it some respect.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually sat down and watched all of Firefly?
All of it? No. God, no. I have self-respect.
You're an idiot.
And you know what? And this is, when did Pete and we talked about this in the Phantom of the Opera review, I think. We talked about you a little bit. We talked about you a bunch.
I'll have to listen to it.
Well, and I don't remember what we said, but I just remember saying to Pete, Carl won't listen to this episode.
Was it like a movie, or was it like a recording of the stage performance?
No, it was like the 2004 Gerard Butler movie.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had an epiphany because I've been watching, and I'm not going to necessarily include this in the what I've watched thing, because I've talked about it with you. I've talked about it with Pete. I mean, I can touch on it here. We finished all of The Hobbit with my mom.
Right.
And we've now watched Fellowship of the Ring and are moving forward. And I talked a little bit, and I won't go into spoilers for like Return of the King and stuff like that, because my mom will listen to this, and I don't want her to know those spoilers, right?
Yeah.
But I've been on this real Tolkien kick.
Yeah, I came and you just got it on the YouTube, just playing on the TV.
Well, and like Pete came into the studio the other night, and there was like three editions of The Hobbit lying out, and the Silmarillion, and I was like, oh, got to clean up my Tolkien
This
stuff.
Isn't staged.
Yeah. And no, but so then I started, like, the other day on YouTube, I just started watching clips of like scenes that take place in like the last half hour of Return of the King. And one scene in particular, I put it on. It's the scene that contains, like, if you're a diehard listener of the show, you pay attention, you'll know that I believe that the greatest line ever delivered in all of cinema is delivered in Return of the King, towards the end. And so I put this scene on.
Is it when the guy jumps off the tower burning?
No, wait, hey.
Is that
spoilers.
Is that it?
Spoilers. What are you doing? I just said I don't want to spoil anything. What are you doing?
I don't know if that's a spoiler.
It's a spoiler.
How do you,
but anyways,
how do you take anything from what I just said?
Anyways, it is.
Spoilers.
It's
Spoilers.
it's 4 words.
Spoilers.
It's 4 words that are just the best. And I'll tell you after we get off.
I am the king.
But
when they say that,
it is. So I put this scene on, right, and it's like a 3-minute clip, if that. A 3-minute clip, and I put it on, and I'm like red eyes, tears running down my face, without the context of like having just gone on the journey. I'm like, I'm not even like, I just put this clip on, and I'm a wreck. And so I had an epiphany the other day, and I stand by it. The original trilogy, Lord of the Rings.
Sure.
Right? You have to call it that now because there's also the 3 Hobbit films.
Yeah.
But like the Lord of the Rings trilogy is superior to the original Star Wars trilogy. Less groundbreaking in terms of, like, Star Wars was certainly more groundbreaking, did more for the industry, whatever else.
You probably wouldn't have a Lord of the Rings without a Star Wars.
Maybe not.
Yeah.
But just in terms of like the journey that you go on and how you're left feeling when both of them are done, there might not be a trilogy out there that beats the Lord of the Rings. Like, it's just this. Yeah. Anyways, so what did I watch this week? Not
Lord of the Rings.
Not a whole lot. Well, yes, but not in the way you think. Because that was last week that I watched Fellowship of the Ring. But season 2 of Rings of Power has been dropping.
Oh, right.
And so we got a 3-episode premiere last week.
Are you and Pete doing that?
I think we're going to do a end of the season,
Or just one episode
yeah,
encapsulating.
Yeah, there was a lot of humming and hawing back and forth about how we were going to tackle it, and
I want to ask you what you think then.
I think just for scheduling purposes, that we'll do it that way. And so I've been like, as the episodes drop, it's like, okay, tonight at midnight, work tomorrow morning early. Well, that sucks. Watching it anyways, right? And they are hour and 10 long episodes, right?
How many are there going to be? 6?
8.
8?
Yeah. So it's, still gone are the days of like 22 episode seasons.
North American season. We're into European seasons now.
Which blows.
Yeah.
But I'm grateful that it's not like a Star Wars show where it's like, okay, all right, the new episode of this Star Wars show, 58 minutes, okay, let's go. Episode 2, 26 minutes, what the hell is this? And then the next week, 38 minutes, because we don't know how to write a script, right? Like, it's
we can't make a consistent runtime.
Yeah, we don't know how, this film...
We don't know what... Kathleen Kennedy lets us do whatever the hell we want.
Television makers today, if they were living in an era where this shit had to go on TV and you had commercial breaks to deal with, no one would know what to do. They would be lost.
Yeah.
Absolutely lost.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much for listening. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Or X. All listed down below. Make sure you check out our Patreon page. We got lots of fun content on there, including Carl, Pete, and I eating really, like, the hottest.
Only 2 of them were really hot.
Fair, but...
That Baba Yaga was pretty yummy.
That final sauce made me forget all the other sauces.
That was
like,
so
I just
stupid.
Don't even...
Yeah.
And Pete was like, a couple days later, the next week or whatever, Pete's like, I'd do it again. It's like, okay.
I'd do all but the last 2 again. You know what? I would do it all except for the last one again.
For the last
I'd
one?
even do that second last one.
That second last one still kicked our asses, though.
It still hurt, but not as bad as
that last one. That last one was fear-inducing.
Yeah.
Like, I was like,
knowing
I don't
that the next one's worse?
Yeah. No. But like the last one.
Oh, the last
like,
one.
And we ate it, and then there's a time where you're just sitting there and you're like, what if this doesn't stop?
Yeah.
Because it's been 10 minutes, and I've eaten half a bucket of ice cream, and it's still there.
We didn't...
Relentless.
Oh, man. We didn't plan it out this way, but Pete eating it well before we did,
Yeah.
it worked out so perfectly so that he could do kind of the send off while we were sitting there
While
in
we're
pain.
dying. Yeah, while we're dying. And check out our merch page.
We got. I haven't looked at the merch page in a while. Is there
It's the
still
same-
stuff on there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anything new?
No.
I got something dying in my throat.
We'll get some Christmas stuff up in the next couple of weeks.
Ooh.
And people can do some stocking stuffing.
Get a stocking?
Yeah.
With some stuff to go in the stocking.
I'm excited. I am excited for next week because I don't know what you're going to have me watch.
Yeah.
And I'm equally excited, gross, if not more, for the following week because you have no idea what I'm going to have you watch.
Yeah. I have something picked out
Okay.
in my mind, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah. Do you own it?
And I own it.
Okay.
And
on DVD?
on
VHS? Beta?
yeah, all those.
It's just a cardboard box with some sock bucket poppets, and you
I'm
remember
reenact, I'm gonna reenact it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now this sock is this character. Remember,
Great.
This sock is this character.
Great.
Yeah, but yeah, I think you're gonna like it. I really like this film.
That would make
I've watched it a number of times.
hilarious episode. Well, this week Carl made me watch a sock puppet show with subtitles.
Could you imagine?